Hi everyone, welcome to another fantastic fashion segment here at TV More SA. I am Bridget and this is Lude. We'll be talking to you a bit more about how you can take care of your jewelry and not in the conventional way. Ludwig, could you please tell us a bit more about this amazing Calasca Jewellery Cabinet?
So we have these jewelry cabinets that are going to ensure that you're storing away your jewelry in a very elegant storage solution. We're basically saying get rid of all that tangling and having to detangle your jewelry before you wear it. But once again, this is not just a jewelry cabinet. It's a jewelry cabinet that also doubles up as a mirror, a full-length mirror that's going to be steady. You have the options to select the color that suits your personality or your scheme that you have in your bedroom. Now we're talking about transforming the way that you actually have your mirror at home, and at the same time keeping your jewelry in a pristine condition.
No, definitely. I mean, a whole lot of jewelry lovers know how difficult it is to keep their jewelry organized. And one thing I always complain about, especially when you have a lot of jewelry, may it be rings, may it be your studs, may it be your dangling gorgeous dinner earrings as well as necklaces. The one thing that you don't want to do is have them all stacked up in one little box, because that can be really abrasive and even damage the quality of the jewelry.
And you know what? Once again, you have the different types. You have your earrings, your rings, your studs. You have your longer length necklaces and your shorter length neck pieces, your choker. You need to make sure that you have all of this stored away in a good condition. But at the same time, dust is also a reality that when you're placing them around all the time, it's very difficult for you to find them. It's difficult for you to keep track of what you have and what you don't have. So you can actually start a collection using this jewelry cabinet. But let's talk about the quality, which is one of the most important things that ultimately determine the price that you usually pay for a jewelry cabinet. We're talking about high quality, medium density fiberboard, something that you can keep around in your home for a very long time. But also, I know that there's people who have issues with buying mirrors that break all the time. We're talking about longevity here, sustainability, something that you can have in your home for a very long time.
And for only 1,299 rands, that's definitely a bargain.
It is. So let's talk about what we have on the inside. So I mentioned medium density fiberboard, very good quality. Now you would know if you're talking about medium density fiberboard, it's easy for you to use, but also the lightweight. So when you're carrying the mirror around, or the jewelry cabinet rather, you choose what you want to call it really, because it's both. And when you're carrying it around, it won't be heavy for you. But also let's talk about the fact that you have this fluff velvet on the inside. Now this is to make sure that you're protecting the integrity of the jewelry as well. So it's very delicate items that you have, your rings more especially as well. So that's usually an issue that people have. You lose your rings, or when you do get a hold of them, they've got dust and all those particles that you don't want to find with your jewelry. Now we have a solution for you, because when they're nicely stored away, you don't have to worry about losing them or them being dirty. But let's also talk about the fact that you have ample space in here to store every single item that you possibly can think of. Let's start with the rings compartments right here at the top. This one has to be a favorite for me, because come to think about it, what do you do with your ring when you're not wearing it?
To be quite honest, you just chuck it into any bowl that you can find, the closest bowl you can find, and that's not always the best solution.
Some people always pop it into a pocket, it falls off. Some just leave it lying around there, the kids could take it. So we're basically saying you have space here that you can store away your rings. And for all those people who love, and you know how trendy the look has been lately, where you have a lot of rings all at the same time, you can do that and have a perfect way to store them away when you're done. So you have all of these slots over here, which will really just allow you to create that collection that I'm talking about. Different colors, different types of rings, different sizes as well. You will rest assured that everything that you can possibly think of that's related to jewelry, you will be able to store away in this jewelry cabinet that we have over here.
Definitely. And also when you look at those slots for the rings there, Ludwig, I like how they actually push in the ring inwards, so there's no way the ring can fall out or anything like that. So you definitely know the moment that you start storing your rings in there, you'll never lose one. It just doesn't make sense, and you will still retain that good quality. And I mean, if you're spending, well, you have to spend money to buy your jewelry. The last thing you need is to only use it for 2 months because it's already worn out, because of the abrasive effects of all of them being tangled up and sitting in a bundle, you know. And I think this is quite a great addition to this whole jewelry cabinet, especially with the velvet feel in there.
I definitely agree with you 100%, because also what usually also wastes time is that detangling process, where you end up damaging some of the jewelry items that you have. So let's continue looking at what we have here. So I mentioned there's ample space for you to store your neck pieces as well, your necklaces as well. So these hooks over here are great because you can actually put on your longer length and lower length neck pieces over there. So it's also very it teaches you organizational skills, because some people really are not great with organizing or basically just keeping their space neat and clean. This is a great way to also show off when your girls are around, and for that night out where you can see, listen, I know my collection, I know my stuff, and I know how to organize it. This is a very beautiful way to also help with the selection process and make it a lot simpler. So you have a mirror right here and you're trying out. You can't really figure out which one will work for your outfit. Just simply take it, put it on, have a look at the mirror, and then see if it works. If it doesn't, you can quickly change. This is basically the station for you to get ready and just add that finishing touch onto your outfit.
No, definitely. And you can get all of this for only 1,299 Rands. So get calling in right now on 0861 000 173. Make it yours today. I think this is really incredible. And I always say to myself, how often do you find like a jewellery cabinet that caters for everything? Not only are you keeping your jewellery safe, first of all, not only are you keeping the quality secure, but you also have a beautiful mirror to make sure that your whole look is complete.
Definitely. And the full-length mirror, you know, getting the right full-length mirror is always an issue. And now we have just the perfect ones for you here. And for people who usually share their jewellery cabinets or even their jewellery boxes with their sisters or a friend, you can actually allocate a slot for your friend as well, because we have more hooks over here. This is what I love about this, because everything is intact, but at the same time, you still have so much space, ample space for you to put together a collection for yourself, and you can even share some space with your loved one. So you have these hooks, so extension of the hooks over here on this side as well. Something that's very interesting is that you have all the different types of neck pieces that you can hang over there. And you know what? I always say, own your jewelry cabinet. Make it work for you. See what jewelry items you have and see how you can place them to make them work for you. Now let's move on to another compartment. I want to ask you a question. With the studs that you have, what do you usually do with those extra plungers that you have at the bottom?
I'm not gonna lie, if I don't lose them, I really don't know where they are. And half the time I have my stud, if I'm not spending too much time looking for the other one, and I really have no idea how to stop them.
See, that's what we have for you here today. You can store all your stoppers over here, and this will be a great compartment because you can actually use it to store your bangles as well. Listen, there's so many other ways, and we tried them out in studio. We tried out the jewelry cabinet. We filled it up with jewelry to see what exactly it can do for you, to show you what you can see and how you can put it all together. And if you've always wanted to see how this could work for you, you're struggling to visualize it, well, that is how it'll look. That's how your collection will look. And for somebody who doesn't have that much jewelry, and I've heard people ask me this a lot, but Ludwig, I don't have a lot of jewelry. Why would I want to get myself a whole cabinet? It's a great way to get started. Look at all that variety. And I'm talking about different types of jewelry. You're more metallic, you're seeing a lot of beadwork. So this is going to be great for all that versatility. It also helps you in terms of organizing. Think about how you organize this. Will you organize it based on which ones you wear the most? Will it be the type of jewelry that you have? And all that space is incredible because you will actually put it to good use. And that's what I love about it. It's space that will come in handy for you, and you will never ever have to start searching for your jewelry items again.
No, definitely. I totally agree with that. And you know, one of the things that really stand out about this jewelry cabinet, especially with the image that we just saw now, everything is so well organized. You can literally see every piece of jewelry that you own. One of my biggest issues was trying to find a piece of jewelry that I bought like 2 months back. I then end up just putting on the very same necklace every day because it's so difficult trying to dig it out and untangle it from that tangle. That is horror.
It is horror, and you can say goodbye to that horror right now. And also, we mentioned studs earlier. This is for your earrings. We also have a section for your earrings as well. Now, what I love about this is that it can actually house studs. That's incredible because usually you find that you cannot really find the perfect jewelry cabinet to store your studs. But this one will basically have them stack up over here, and you can just rest assured you can see everything that's happening in your jewelry cabinet. And once again, the concern with the cabinet is won't they fall over when I close it? But they won't. Everything stays intact. You are guaranteed to see everything taken care of, and it's easy, it's convenience. And once again, you're getting yourself a jewelry cabinet that also doubles up as a mirror. Usually you'd pay just 1,200 rands for a mirror sometimes, or even just for the jewelry cabinet, but you are getting yourself a 2-in-1, and that's what we're about when you're buying furniture. We want to also be smart about the way that the decisions that we're making, especially when it comes to buying our furniture. Is this going to work for you? Is this going to work for your home? And once again, choose a color that works for you.
Definitely, because I see this fitting into any environment. Looking at the colors as well as the size. If you have a big place, it can fit in
fits
very well.
perfectly.
If you have a really small space, like a tiny bachelor or something like that, it still can work. And the colors are actually quite neutral as well.
They are. You're starting with your brown. We have brown, and brown will work for someone who wants something that's more bold, maybe. So it's also very going to work with any color scheme. Then we have my favorite, the white. This is very clean, minimalistic. Less is more these days. And people, for someone who wants that look and already has that look in their setup in their bedroom, this is going to be a favorite for you. Now, if you look at our selection, it's been something standard colors that are classic, timeless, and very neutral. Then you have your black option as well, which is available, and you can get all of this right now. And I usually say do not hesitate, because for something like this, a furniture item like this, especially at this time of the year, people are moving into new homes, you're realizing what you need and you're realizing what you've been putting on hold for a very long time. Make sure that you buy it right now so that you don't run out. When we run out of stock, you don't miss out.
No, that is true. I mean, this is hassle-free. It's got a gorgeous slim design, and also see the material looks like the kind of material that's quite easy to clean as well. That's also something, especially if maybe you might have little kids around the home, you really won't have to worry about this. The material is actually good enough to keep cleaning and keeping it in good condition as well. And another interesting that I'd like to mention as well, now because this has a mirror area on the outside, it has a latch that locks so that it's not easily opened. If you have a little kid around, they will struggle to open it, so you won't have to worry about having your jewellery scattered on the floor or anything like that. Everything will definitely be secure.
And I know there's probably someone sitting on the edge of this thinking, yesterday I had to pack up my jewelry, which was in a box and I found on the floor. Yes, we are saying you can say goodbye to that, because we have a solution for you. Also, there's something about elegant storage solutions for me that just works, especially for modern day bedrooms as well. You're seeing this and you're thinking to yourself, I feel like I have more order. I know what I'm collecting.
Yes.
I know what I need to add on to my collection. We tend to develop a buying pattern. You find that I'm comfortable with studs. I always have studs, but sometimes there's outfits that I feel need a little bit more glam. And when I notice in my collection, I do not have any of those. That's when it hits me. I need to start collecting. Now, how about you keep track of your collection and see everything every day you get ready?
No, definitely. This is actually a brilliant investment. It looks good, it organizes your jewelry, and you also have that fantastic mirror to make sure that you're always looking your best. And for only 1,299 rands, you can invest in peace of mind. So get calling in on 0861 000 173 and make it yours now. It comes in different colors that are really neutral and can work for any environment. We've got our white, we've got our brown, we've got our black. Make sure you put this into your home and have some peace of mind and look gorgeous all the time.
Bye-bye.